That's an interesting perspective.
That's what's been driving them their entire lives.
Shouldn't they be able to almost like live in that power though, because they deserve it most of the time?
They deserve everything. They want the world. There's no limit to what they can and can't have.
Well, that's greed though, and yeah, but not everybody's greedy that has power. People that have power, you can't look at everybody that has power and contribute that to greed, right? They're in positions because they deserve it, right?
To an extent,
like
I guess.
If someone inherits money,
but like I would say that the people somewhere, like they might be very wealthy, but they're somewhere in the middle. The people that are on the very, very top, that hold the most power
what
and
about
most
Elon
control.
Musk, then?
I mean, I honestly don't know much about Elon Musk. I think he's
You think he's greedy?
I think greed drove him to a certain extent.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think Elon Musk personally, and granted, this is way off topic, but I think he wants to better the human race.
And does he not deserve his power that he has?
I mean, like I said, if
he earned it.
Everybody that's that powerful generally earned it one way or another, whether it be morally or immorally gained.
But more often than not, Elon Musk is morally obligated to want his power, right? Like he deserves every bit of attention and value he has in society, right?
Everybody has earned, anybody in his position or above has earned to some extent, unless they were born into it.
Yeah, I was going to say, what about,
But they've used it really.
What about a career politician?
I mean,
that's a whole totally different thing, but I'm calling bullshit on what you just said. That is the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard in my entire life.
Morally speaking, politicians are meant to better the people that they serve. They're supposed to serve.
We don't want to have this argument right now.
All right.
We'll get into that at a later date, but way fucking off topic. Way off topic.
I mean, I'm just talking about the stuff that I know and I feel like I understand. So I just went to what naturally.
Usually this is what happens. A good person, at some point, no matter what, you're going to have enough resources to live. A good person is going to use those extra resources they get
to help the rest of the world.
To help the rest of the world, right? Their value equals how much.
I.e., which is kind of what Elon Musk is doing with Tesla, with SpaceX, with everything. Right. And obviously, in my opinion, I love the guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I think that's
he's a visionary. Yeah. No, that's what I would say. He's a visionary.
I think that's a low percentage of people with power and that have money. I think that maybe in an indirect way they think that they're doing better for the world, but they're actually doing harm.
How so?
I mean, I'm not talking specifically about Elon Musk. I'm talking about people in power. You can see that
How
everywhere.
So, though?
How so? Because they think that this is what's best for you, and because that's what they think. That's.
But you're talking about politicians, though.
I mean, I'm talking about politicians. Okay. I'm talking about people like celebrities that talk about politics.
And they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, too.
Exactly. Yeah. They don't live in our world. They don't live in a regular person's world.
That's right, because they're rich.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're rich. They never worked a 9-to-5 job or anything like that.
They know what's best for you, and you have to live by their rules. They don't know shit. Exactly.
It's kind of like, what's his name? Prince Harry or whatever the fuck his name is? From Britain.
But he's more normal than the rest of the
world.
But
he goes on.
Granted, we are not English.
He tries to talk about the working class and stuff, and that motherfucker's never been in the working class in his life.
Well, he was I believe, an Apache pilot, and he actually flew missions in Afghanistan.
I'm sure he took some courses and learned how to fly.
No. He actually flew missions in Afghanistan, and they pulled him out because the Taliban found out that he was there.
Well, that could go back to what Ken said earlier.
That is 100% accurate.
He wanted to.
It could be accurate, but I don't.
I'm not saying they were dangerous missions, but
right.
He flew missions for sure, 100%.
He's trying to relate to the common person, which is respectable.
He's trying, but he's not a regular person.
He's never.
Well, also at the same point in time, he got cut off from all whatever a prince makes, on the thing, when he just basically told the royal family to, fuck
this
off
was a while
because
ago. I think he's back.
Married, what's her name?
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle, yeah.
They're still very much more wealthy than the average fucking person.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, of course, she was like a TV star or something, so she's got prospects,
I'm pretty sure she married him for...
Yeah.
Right, but either way, he's not getting that yearly stipend or however that works.
But like I said, I think he's back in communication with the royal family. I may be wrong, but I think they made amends with each other.
If you're across the pond, our British brethren, and would like to clarify this for us, please let us know down in the comments. Anyway, back to what we were actually talking about. Cryptocurrencies. Okay, so anyway, we touched on a couple things. I would like to get into this SEC lawsuit against XRP, which is an American-based company, which is one of the few reasons why I believe they're trying to bully them. Obviously, I don't think you two have a whole lot of context on what it is, but the SEC basically are suing them for their initial coin offering at the point in time where it came out, which is kind of like an IPO if it was like a stock market, so they're calling them a security. And all this, litigation ensued and everything. XRP's legal team, I will say, have formulated a great defense, I believe. And I don't see any way for this to end other than XRP either, settling with paying a small fine or just winning the entire case outright, especially based on the fact that the lawyer for XRP wants every employees of the SEC to release their XRP holdings, and the SEC does not want to comply with that.
Right.
So, I mean, to me, that's red flags there.
Market manipulation.
Once
in a nutshell.
Tying back to that. Now, obviously, I highly doubt we will ever see those numbers, in the light of day.
No, they're going to slap them on the wrist.
Well, like I said, they're either going to try and settle with them, or they're just going to drop the lawsuit 100%, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, not a lawyer.
Now, are you going to invest after the court date is over? Before, or are you not going to do it at all?
Well, I mean, I've done a little bit of research into XRP. I believe their use cases are global. So I might take up a little position.
A little bit.
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, how I do my research is I look into a project fairly thoroughly.
Right.
And,
as you should.
And I ask myself the question in my head: what are the use cases for this project, and do I see it going anywhere?
Right.
That's how I go about it. I mean, I miss some. I sell some too early. I mean it's the same as investing in the stock market, in my opinion. In my opinion, cryptocurrency is the new stock market. It might be a popular one, and that might scare the shit out of the institutions. Sorry. Deal with it. You got any opinions on that?
Not really. You basically covered everything on that topic.
Okay, well, not necessarily everything, because there's more.
Well,
we'll get into that in a second.
But on the surface level.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You got anything to add to XRP? And do you even know anything about XRP? Ripple Labs.
I do not. I know the old always fears the new.
That's true, and yeah, I mean that's why I'm saying these institutions are scared,
right?
And they are doing whatever they can to influence whoever they can to at least slow it down until they are ready to drop whatever types of regulations.
Now, you said they relate to the party, meaning the government institutions.
Yes.
That's why they're freaking out right now.
Yes.
Because it's getting a little bit out of control and they can't control it.
Yes, and we'll also get into that in a little bit. Also, on top of other SEC news related to cryptocurrencies, is they have been sending threatening letters to Coinbase based on a lending program that they are planning on instituting. So, okay, basically, USDC or US dollar coin is a stable coin. If you're unaware, it's your paper dollar is worth one USDC coin,
regardless of inflation.
And this is obviously just an example. So, I mean, there are other coins, obviously, but so if you just say, invest $500 into USDC coin, then and let Coinbase hold that, obviously to do whatever they're going to do with it in the markets, they will yield you a 4% per year return, which obviously is way more than you're getting out of any bank out there. So, what are your opinions on that?
That is the new bank.
I mean, essentially, that's why I'm going in on crypto.
It's kind of stupid to give the bank your money at this point. I mean, yeah, it's pretty volatile, the whole cryptocurrency thing.
Right, but USDC is also a stable coin. That's why I use that as an example.
Right.
A dollar is always worth $1.
Right. It's not going anywhere, so
why
not?
Why not take 4%? And by the way, there are other exchanges where you can make upwards of 12% on your USDC. But they are not based in the U.S., and that is why the SEC does not fuck with them. What are your opinions on this?
I mean, I think it's a good thing for competition, in my opinion.
Competition is a good thing.
Well, competition between so you're having all these different websites, and then now you have different kinds of currency, and then you have the banks. And if the banks don't compete, they're not going to make money. They're going to fail. Just that.
So the banks can't regulate the cryptocurrency.
Well, the banks are actually never going to fail. So that was a misstatement, because the Fed will always back the banks up. But if with the competition, it might raise interest rates on how much you might make out of a CD or something.
Right, but at the same point in time, they're never going to get up to the point of, like I said, upwards of 12%. Never even going to get close. So at that point in time, and this goes back to why they are scared.
12% seems like a very high number, personally. So
you want me to prove it to you?
No, I believe you. I 100% believe you. But you have to think about, are people doing this to make money?
Well, yeah, because
if you're giving somebody 12%,
they're taking your $500, and they're doing the same thing hedge funds do.
Right.
They're investing, more than likely, probably in like some crypto projects that they believe in order to make profits. And I guarantee you, if they're offering you 12%, that they are probably making way more than 12%.